Welcome back to Recap Pro. Today I am going to recap a 2018 action-adventure fantasy thriller movie, titled Tomb Raider. So without a further ado, spoilers alert, watch out and take care. Let's begin. The film opens with the tale of a legendary Japanese queen. Whoever the queen touches dies because he has the power to give life or death. In between distant mountains, the general entombs the queen. So that her evil does not spread, Richard is now uncovering her tomb. Richard has a daughter named Lara that he left behind, but he has grown so fervent that he has forgotten about them. The owner shows up and informs her that her membership fee is still owed as Lara, who has transformed into a boxer, is shown. Here, we learn Lara's claim that her father Richard left and never came back. Later, the government declared that although he was deceased, Lara had enough money. She has received a significant inheritance from her father. She wasn't prepared to accept the passing of her father. Her father's business partner also explains to her why Lara won't sign the title documents at that point. She is still holding out hope that her father is still alive, but in the end, her father's business partner forces her to consent to signing the property document. If she doesn't do this, her property will be sold at auction. While signing the papers, she also learns that her father left her a Japanese puzzle. She receives a note from it after she solves the puzzle. She mentally relocated that location after reading the note, discovering that it was the location of her father's grave. By moving there and pressing the first letter of her father's name, she uses the key she was given to unlock it. She finds out where her father used to hang out when the cave's door opens in the meantime. There, Lara discovers a camera that had been used to record her father's message. When Lara watches the video, her father can be heard saying, "I moved out to prove that the paranormal still exists, and then I discovered about Japanese queen. After losing your mother, I moved out in search of her and was traumatized. To bring your mother back from the spirit world, I went in search of that queen's tomb. You must now carry out my request and delete the queen-related information. Therefore, it won't be interpreted incorrectly by anyone." After reading the information and seeing what is there after hearing the message, Lara takes out a loan using her father's property. Once she has the money, she moves to Hong Kong and begins looking for the ship. The vessel where her father was last observed. The thieves show up as Lara is finding the ship, steal her bag, and flee, but they have the wrong girl's bag. Lara pursues them, demonstrates her boxing prowess, and then forces them to give back her bag. She acquired the vessel and spoke with the owner, but he claimed that his father had assisted her father. The ship's owner is told by Lara that we can find our fathers because Lara also learns about the island thanks to her father's information. "My father also left without returning after helping your father, and I'm not sure if he's still alive." The owner won't go to that island because Lara doesn't know how dangerous it is. Since the owner was also in debt, Lara offered him greed for a small sum, and he agreed to assist Lara despite knowing about it. As they travel, Lara figures out her father's riddle and learns that the evil organization that was behind the evil queen Himiko was there all along. They were also looking for her, but she had been dozing off on the bus as they worked on the puzzle. Then, with a start, she realizes that their ship has arrived at the island. The owner asked her to jump when the ship became uncontrollable due to the dangerous waves. The wave that arrived as Lara was gathering her father's papers also took Lara with it. Due to the severe storm, Lara was forced to jump into the water and crash into a rock as they tried to escape. Their ship was broken up into several pieces. She was in front of a crowd when Lara awoke. The group leader tells Lara that he has killed your father in order to locate the queen's tomb. They take Lara's father's journal out of her bag, and now they make Lara move to Himiko's address while working. Additionally present, the owner of the ship offers assistance and commands Lara to flee, but as she does so, she drowns in deep water. Before she drowns, she finds a crashed plane and tries to save it by holding it, but her weight was causing the plane to drown. Courageously running quickly, Lara manages to hold the bulk of the aircraft. Before she could catch her breath, the plane crashed. In the meantime, she discovered a parachute from that aircraft, opened it, and landed in the forest. She looks around the forest as night falls but cannot find anyone who can assist her. As she is being pursued by Lara, her father, who had seen her earlier, runs after seeing her. After so many years, Lara's father is delighted to see his daughter. In the morning, Lara tells her father about the group while his eyes are filled with tears. She claims they took her father's book, which contained the information, off the shelf. When her father hears this, he becomes enraged and exclaims, "Lara, you didn't hear my message. I have told you that you have to destroy those things now that you know the entire world is in danger," to which Lara responds by running there right away. They are attacked by Lara using her arrows. They discover the tomb, but they are unaware of its entrance. Lara's father also makes it there, But the group leader has already captured him. Now that Lara has to figure out the puzzle at the entrance, the door opens as a result. One by one, they now enter the cave, but a man loses his life due to one of their mistakes. There, in a ditch, they discover a large number of skeletons. When they discover this and another puzzle on a wall, they are shocked. When the cave door closed as they were watching the puzzle, the ground abruptly ended at their feet. When they get back to the wall, Lara manages to avoid falling as well, and the puzzle provided a way out. Different color clues are now fixed on the wall, but there is still no set clue. Then Lara realizes that the green hue denotes freedom. The door opens as soon as she makes the color green but fails to make the hues of blue and red. The queen's tomb is visible as soon as the door opens. When they opened the tomb, the queen appeared to be a regular person, but she soon turned into a skeleton. A leader's companion was lifting the queen, but his hand was infected. When Lara sees the painting and is perplexed, she realizes that the queen wasn't a magician but that she had an infection. He passes away while yelling as a result of this excruciating infection. The person who the queen touches dies for this reason. She gave herself up of her own free will for that reason. She forbade the leader from taking her from this location because Richard and Lara ordered her not to end the world. The queen's finger is cut, but the leader refuses to accept it. The queen's warriors arrive and attack Lara after the leader steals a finger from her. As a result of a warrior touching him, Lara's father is now infected. When she visits her father, Lara's father explains to her that we must all stay here and destroy this tomb. Since no one will be able to discover this tomb again and I can't survive, you must leave me here while moving. Because she finally met her father after all these years, Lara becomes broken. She sheds many tears before bidding her father her final farewell. After that, she looks for the leader. The leader is found by Lara, who severely beats him. Also being beaten by the leader was Lara. In order to throw him into the skeletons, the leader's finger was brought. Lara put it in his mouth. The tomb explodes as Lara runs quickly to reach the exit door, but she becomes stuck due to her speed. She was lucky that the owner of the ship was there to save her, and a helicopter also showed up. After stealing the helicopter, everyone is now able to leave the island safely. The character Lara is depicted accepting her father's property in the city of London. When Lara looks at the list of her corporations, she finds one that wants to rule the globe once it has acquired the supernatural artifacts. The owner of the company was the lady who worked as her father's business partner. She first appeared when the film opened. Her goal was to draw Lara into the business discussions so that she wouldn't interfere with her work. The character Lara decides to compete with them after learning everything. She will never allow this to occur. The movie comes to a close with this. We appreciate your interest.